They are two of the most expressive forms of black hairstyles. You can wear them long or short. You can style them up pretty much any way you want. And they are closely related, and yet they are different at the same time. Yep, I'm talking about dreadlocks and braids. So, what are the differences and what are the similarities? And how do you handle them as an artist? Well, in this video, we're going to discuss all of that. Let's go. What's up, fam? It's your boy DKG72. On this episode, we're going to be talking about dreadlocks and braids and how you as an artist are going to handle them. What are some of the differences? What are some of the things that you need to pay attention to? And what are some of the similarities? And what are some of the things that you can do that will help you when drawing both braids and dreadlocks? Dreadlocks are formed by a process that gets the hair to grow in a spiral formation. This can be achieved by twisting the hair, braiding the hair, freeform growth, and other techniques. The idea is for the hair to knot up and grow in this lock formation moving forward. Because they're permanent, dreads can take a long time to grow to the desired length. They're extremely versatile and they can be rocked in pretty much any style you can think of. Braids don't take as long to grow as dreadlocks, and because of that, they're much easier to attain. Braids are not as permanent as dreadlocks. Basically, braids are just hair that's woven in place by hand. And while you can rock them in any style that you want to, just remember, braids are not as permanent as dreads. They're going to grow out. They're going to come undone. So you are limited in time by how long that style is going to last before you have to get the hair rebraided. So how do we handle drawing them? Dreads tend to look smoother to me than braids as the hair is growing in a purposeful manner. So when I'm drawing characters with dreads, I try to make sure that comes across by drawing the dreads out as smooth and tubular. I also try to make the dreads a little thicker than I would braids. I also try to make sure I may, either with tones or line, indicate a bit of texture. Whenever you first start drawing them, make sure you use plenty of references and really try to work on how you would handle dreads. For braids, I handle things a little differently. I tend to keep the braids closer to the head. With dreads, I tend to draw them more free-flowing, but because braids are the hair woven together, I try to keep them as closely following the curvature of the head as possible. If I'm drawing braids with a specific pattern, I sketch out lines for me to follow to keep the pattern on point. You can actually do this for dreadlock styles that are highly stylized also. Once I got my braids mapped out the way that I want, I try drawing them using uneven humps as opposed to the smooth cylindrical shapes I use for the locks. This helps gives my braids a sense of unevenness. Last video I showed you one of my techniques for drawing textures in braids, and in this video I'm using just line to achieve the texture that I want. This may take a little longer, but I'm growing more partial to it. And there you have it, guys. That's my process for drawing dreadlocks and for drawing braids. Now remember, this is just my process, so it's just kind of my way of looking at things and how I interpret braids and dreadlocks. These are very important hairstyles. They mean a lot to a lot of people. So what I want you guys to do is I want you to figure out your way of interpreting dreads and braids the way that will work the best for your art style. Don't try to draw like me. Draw like you. I was just giving you tips and showing you some of the things that I do, and maybe those things can help you get on to your pathway of figuring it out. And hopefully this will help you guys create more characters that have braids and have dreadlocks. And if that's the case, I'm one happy Dave. Alright fam, I hope you enjoyed today's video, and if you did, please make sure that you give this video the big thumbs up, because that really helps me out and lets me know what videos are working and what videos aren't. Also, make sure you guys share this all over the internet, and if you're new here, like to say, hey, what's up? But also, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Subscribe, join the family, and do the same thing. Thumbs up, share all over the internet. Now guys, I haven't said this in a while, but make sure you're clicking that bell icon. That's going to help us defeat the YouTube algorithm, because that'll let you know when I post up these new videos, even though it's supposed to be every Monday and Wednesday, just so you know. And if you guys want to get a hold of me, you can always get in touch with me on Instagram and Twitter at DKG72. I have a Facebook fan page and a TikTok, that's DavidGordon72. And if you guys are really enjoying what I'm producing and creating, think about going over to my Patreon. The link is in the description below. Choose a tier and support the channel. It really helps out. Alright fam, it's your boy DKG72, and I'm out. Peace.